Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Anime, and boy, do I have a show for you. Now today's anime review is over a real nice show. It's probably one of the best shows I've seen in a very long time. That's right, it's Gantz, and it's a damn nice piece of ass. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, we might as well get right to it. The story starts out with this guy named Corono Kai, I believe is his name, who lives in an apartment condo. He's your typical horny guy that could use a good woman, but sex is probably the least greatest aspect of this show. What's great about it is the combat sequences and the beautiful animation, but I'll get to those in a minute. But anyway, this lonely guy one day is standing in the subway waiting for a train when he sees this fat-ass fucking hobo fall in the tracks. Now, I thought being fat was usually a sign of overeating. Guess in Japan, hobos get all the food they need. Anyway, so he looks around. Everyone else is just watching this hobo laying there like they want him to get run over or something, like they're a bunch of fucking deadheads. But anyway, it turns out that his longtime friend Kay, this guy right here, decides to get down there and help that hobo's fat ass up. Well, he decides to help his friend, and yeah, they get the hobo back, but suddenly, oh shit, the train's coming. And for some reason, they can't get back on the platform themselves. It's 4 fucking feet high, how can they not get back on? So they get run down by the train, or they almost get run down by the train. Right before they get run down, they get transported into this room where they wake up, and there's this giant fat-ass black ball in there, and it makes them go kill things. I can't explain the really greatness of this show, but just know it's good. Anyway, we might as well get a character breakdown here. I already said a little bit about Corono. He's a horny-ass mother. He's a guy that's pretty horny. He's fun to watch. His voice is upsetting, though. I don't know who played it, and I don't really give a damn as long as I don't ever have to hear it again. Kato, which is Corono's friend, is more of the hero-type looking guy. Yeah, there you go. He's a pretty entertaining character and definitely drives the show onward. Kishimoto, which is pretty much the main female character in the show, is wonderful in the sense that she provides all the fan service you might want in this kind of show. I can't really show you some of the pictures or footage because YouTube would rip my ass open. Like I said, I was going to get back to the animation anyway and the glory of it, so we might as well talk about it. The animation is so fan-fucking-tastic it should have won a prize. I don't know if it did or not. Doesn't matter to me, but it should have. The animation in this show is so clean. It's wonderful. The violence is acted out well. I wouldn't know anything about it, of course, but the sex scenes look very good, pure, and genuine. I gotta say, they knew what they were doing when they animated this show. They must have been paying these guys like $50 an hour, because they did such a great job. I gotta say, this show was beautifully directed. It was written kind of confusing, but if you were able to follow it, then it was pretty good. The music, I love the opening. I put it on my MP3 player, and that's about it. Wonderful. One major problem with this show is the issues that some of the players in the Gantz game have with shooting things. Like I said, Gantz makes whoever appears in the room basically do its evil bidding. It gives you this suit, it gives you a gun, and it says go out and kill these guys. Gantz pretty much saves your life before you die, so it kind of thinks that you owe it, so it makes you go and kill people for it. Other than this problem, the show really does have about as much humor as it does action and violence. I gotta say that in this show they do quite a bit of CG. Like sometimes the backgrounds and the running scenes are CG animation like the ones you see right here on the screen. Yeah, those. See the CG buildings? I don't really think that they overuse the CG though. Like in that show Blue Sub number 6. Piece of shit. Everything's CG in that show pretty much. The ending of Gantz. I don't know what to say about it. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't that great either. Half of me wants to say it's shredder material, but the other half wants to say, hey, that was a pretty satisfying ending. I know the manga I heard from different people. The manga actually went on way past the show. Whether it did or not, I don't really give a fuck, because I'm not a big manga man myself. There's really no way I can give Gantz a bad score. As far as anime goes, it kind of opened me up to different types of violence, and I didn't really know this type of violence and sexual content existed in animes. It's been going on since the 70s and 80s, probably before that in animation, but this show really opened me up. This is a wonderful show. I gotta say, as far as a good rating goes, you bet your ass I'm gonna give it a good rating. I give Gantz a 9 out of 10. This review's done.
Alright, so we're on YouTube. This is Hard's website. Sheik Hardy is his name. There's his face. And take a look what he says about here. Also note, I can't download any animes to anyone who asks. It's great grammar there. Plus, I don't do request. Sorry. So what he means is he doesn't do reviews by request, which I think is bullshit. What an asshole. I'd love to do a review by request though, so if you have anything you want reviewed, I might have it in my collection and I'll go ahead and do a review on it very willingly. So go ahead and drop me an anime to review and I'll see what I can do for you.